representing NATO and the moderator for today's program. How you think that what's the outcome of this session today?
Well, I think it was an interesting idea because humanitarian diplomacy is not something that's spoken of very much. Most Canadians don't understand how much Turkey is doing in the migrant population. The migrant crisis is something that's been hitting not only Europe but the rest of the world significantly for the past 6-7 years now. And so understanding that Turkey is continually developing a way that diplomacy can help to solve these crises and stop them from happening in the first place is very interesting. It is the largest migrant population movement since the Second World War. So being able to develop tools to deal with that is absolutely essential if we're going to make sure that we have a secure world.
Do you see any long-term solution of this? Because this is a short-term solution what we are doing right now as far as the Syria is concerned.
Yeah, it's going to have to take a lot more concerted effort. The speakers spoke a lot about combined effort. So being able to make sure that collaborative institutions, especially multilateral institutions, take up the idea of maintaining the kind of stability and humanitarian development that areas of conflict will require to make sure that they remain peaceful. So utilizing larger organizations like the United Nations itself or NATO, but also other organizations too, the OSCE, the OECD. These are organizations that are built on a multilateral basis so that many countries can help do a little bit, and together that impact can be great as far as infrastructure development is concerned and as far as helping those who are in humanitarian crisis.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Great. Yeah, I'm with the folk from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Turkey. All the way came from Turkey to Canada. We welcome you in Canada. And just a question that what do you think the financial situation, financial crisis right now between the U.S. and Turkey? So is it impact on the Syrian efforts? What's going on?
No, I wouldn't say it has had a direct impact on Turkish-American cooperation in Syria. As a matter of fact, our previous understanding with the United States on Manbij, the joint patrols and expulsion of the terrorist elements over there, the PKK, out from Manbij, that plan is going on despite the current crisis between the two countries. It has had certain financial impacts, but I wouldn't say it has impacted bilateral ties between the two countries.
How do you see the relation in future with the U.S.?
Well, currently Turkey and U.S. have two types of problems. One is conjunctural, I would say temporary, and the other is structural. I believe that the temporary and that conjunctural problems are solvable if a political will comes from both sides. There is definitely a political will coming from Turkey. U.S. is one of Turkey's closest allies, and the current crisis is pretty much superficial and created out of nowhere, and that's why actually it's conjunctural and it can be solved very easily. When it comes to structural problems, we are having two main, let's say, issues. One is American support for the PKK in Syria and the presence of FETÖ inside the American territory. FETÖ is the terror organization that staged the failed coup in Turkey in 2016, and the leader of that organization is currently living in Pennsylvania in the United States. So discussions on both issues are going on in Turkey, and it's going to take some time to solve those problems. But when it comes to the temporary problems, the conjunctural problems, it's under negotiation and can be solved pretty much easily.
What do you see, what I'm realizing that we are doing whatever for this Syria is a short-term basis. What do you see in future, long-term? Do we have any concrete plan to settle down back in Syria, or what we do?
Exactly. I mean, since the beginning of the crisis, Turkey has been advocating that we have to have a long-term solution. It's not, we shouldn't have band-aid solutions to the ills of Syria. Otherwise, I mean, we may, let's say, finish the territorial, let's say, control of Daesh, but another organization, pretty much like Daesh, similar to Daesh, can re-emerge from the ashes, as they did back in Iraq. You know, so the long-term solution to the Syrian problem is political. There's no, military, or the military, means cannot create a long-term solution in Syria. That political, conversation includes, drafting of a new constitution, fair and transparent elections, and return of the refugees, international peacekeepers over there. Pretty much what has been summarized by the Geneva process, led by the Mistura. It has had its own setbacks. Of course, the process is not going very smoothly, very very fast. But this Sochi agreement that Turkey finalized with Russia may be a new spark that can initiate the discussions in Geneva. Because in order to have a political, let's say, discussion, you have to first stop the conflict, stop the armed confrontation, and this Sochi agreement was designed to stop that confrontation. And now we have better, let's say, ground for political conversation, which can be taken from Sochi to the Geneva.
So how you balance yourself between how Turkey is going to balance between two elephants, US on the other side of the Russia, and see the situation of that region, that the Muslim countries and all over, and Turkey is also a leader in the Muslim Ummah, as I know. You have a history. So what do you think? Because as I know that Turkey have the Khilafat Osmania and things like that, and then now the things are coming back to Turkey. So I think the non-Muslim countries are also looking into it in the 2023 or something like. So how do you see that?
Turkey's relations with Russia and Turkey's relations with the United States are two separate things. And Turkey has been, in a way, compartmentalizing those relations. We have the nature of our relations with Russia are, trade ties like energy transfers, tourism, people-to-people contact, certain practical agreements with regard to Syria, the energy cooperation, etc. These are peculiarities of the involvement, Turkish involvement with Russia. It's something that it's like an apple. When it comes to the United States, we are under NATO, under one alliance, a long history, long bilateral ties, increasing economic ties, and that is like a pear, two different fruits. And Turkey has been, as every single country has its own priorities, okay? And it shapes its own ties with US and Turkey according to its own priorities, especially also considering let's say the problems around its neighborhood like Syria, Iraq, and elsewhere. We don't see those relations as a conflicting. And as you know, as a country neighbor to Russia, with a long history of alliance with the United States, I think we came to the understanding that they can be pursued together.
Okay, nice meeting, nice talking. Thank you for your time.